Putting it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. Yeah, I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I put it in 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and our home team. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Now.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
60 Pittsburgh.
You ain't going nowhere. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On second down, here's Smith. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Check three.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken around the 12. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
Ready up.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Christian Cabot. 52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
54. Exit.
Ready.
From the 45 on second down. Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to Smith. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Ready to go. 5.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, it's Locke. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
It's a gain of 20.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Locke now on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now they try the right side here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Check 55, come on. Check 50.
On 2nd and 9. Locke gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's go.
Lock now. After the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Ready?
On 2nd and 12, Lock. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Look at me. Zipper. X3. 218. Chopper.
2. Watch 2. Watch 2.
Watch. Hey, Echo.
Watch QB drop. 2.
Hit it.
On 2nd and 9, Brady into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Bandit.
5.
Brady now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Got it.
47. Mike's 47.
Recon. 132 fighter.
They're running it.
Hey, Zoo.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Hey. 40.
Yo. Go.
Mike 47. Get that quarter.
Pilot. 64.
Now Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Come on.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Smooth.
7's the mic. 7's the mic.
Hey, rock it.
Get in the way.
Now.
Again, it's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lock. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Ready.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Man, that's trash.
Get it.
Lock going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
18, Gator. 54. Get that ball, ready.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. He gets it to Cooks. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that's complete to Cooks. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. 52. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. Who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
That's taken on the 25. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
Let's go. 30 base.
Watch 2. Watch the run. Watch the run. This side, baby. That's baby.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Big grip.
From the gun, it's Brady. It's caught. Smith. Room here to run. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. They'll set up the screen to Smith. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're on to something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Richard on the toss. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now they try the right side here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Let's get off the field. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Greystone, travel.
55. Hey, eat.
Right here, right here.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Watch twist, watch twist.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
I got one. Watch the safety creep. Hit it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They look to throw. It's locked. Flushed out right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
After the sack on first down, Brady. And this one complete to Smith. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And an alley to run. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brady going to go on 4th down, eluding the pressure right. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Shotgun now for Brady. Complete. Smith has it. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Bravo.
Mike 2, Mike 2. Here we go, here we go.
Shoot.
Throwing again on second down. Brady flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. To throw is Brady. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, box truck.
Back to throw, Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike 2, watch 2. I don't even know why this team showed up. To the mic. Hey, wahoo! X3, 218, chopper. Be driven.
Now Brady. Pass incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Check Mike 47. Check. Hey, echo.
47 Mike 47. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Hey, Zoo. Clear.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
50, play. Watch 2. Choose the mic. Check it out.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Hey, orbit.
47's the mic.
So don't say nothing.
47's the mic. Check, 47. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Brady to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Check Mike 47. Let's go. 47 Mike. Mike 47. All right.
Ready.
Back to throw. Going for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking too close.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. He's back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. One final try for Locke. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City.